Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Games We Are Playing. And joining me, of course, is Jamie Owls 87. Thank you so much for joining us, of course. And we're just going to be talking about some games that we're playing and games that we're looking forward to playing. Mine is going to be very, you might say it's a little boring, but let's put the focus more on you, Jamie Owls, because you've got a lot of fun stuff that you've been playing, you are currently, and will be. So what games have you just finished up playing?
I just finished playing the Quarry, and on my Switch, I believe I'm almost completed with the Paper Mario. I still have a few.
The original Paper Mario, right?
Yes, yeah.
Nice. Very cool. And let's go ahead and just jump right into it, Jamie Ellis. What are you currently playing today?
Well, first and foremost, and I think this is going to be announced in every episode, Animal Crossing, because, it's a very cozy game and whatnot to spend your lazy days is to play a little bit of Animal Crossing. And along with Switch, I'm currently playing the Lion King on this Classic Games edition. It also has Aladdin, which I haven't played yet. And along that, I am playing Illusion Island. This is really cool. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And of course, you can play as different characters. And my first character is Donald Duck, because he's my favorite.
You have to play as Donald Duck since you love him so much.
I do.
And of course, those that are fans of the InfernoCast know that Jamie Owls has a love-hate relationship with the original Lion King video game on the Super Nintendo because, as she's explained before, she used to be able to beat the log level, but can you now today?
I still
Now?
struggle.
Oh, she still struggles with
Yeah.
that. But seriously though, that level's a pain. It's not easy. It's there's a lot going on with it.
I need to mentally prepare.
Oh my gosh. So that's what you're currently playing. What about was it Wretched Island? What was the game that you decided to put to the side?
Oh, Tormented Souls.
Tormented Souls.
Yeah.
So how come that you decided to put that game aside?
I wasn't feeling it. I played the first 20 minutes of it, and then I decided, you know what, this isn't for me, so I'm just going to put this aside until I feel ready. Or I might not play it at all. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Gotcha. It's a thing. Like if you're not feeling a game, don't force it. Don't push it. It's okay to put something back on the well. It's not really a backlog if you started at mid log. So if you need to, feel free to put something back on a mid log. There's no shame in that because we want to make sure we're focusing our time on games that we want to play and
Yeah.
we enjoy playing. To that end, how about some future games? What games are you going to be playing once you're done with Animal Crossing, right? Because you're going to be done with that at some point soon.
Very soon. Um, so the next game I'm thinking of playing next, I'm a little late to this, but the newer Super Mario game, the Super Mario Wonder. I know you and I played it together, but I haven't played this on my own yet, so I thought maybe I could try this out for myself. And my other game that I was thinking of playing is the Sonic Origins. I'd spent a long time since I played Sonic games and I really love them, so it'll be a lot of fun to go back to this again.
Yeah, and this really is a great collection. There's been a number of updates to it to where some of the glitches and whatnot have been like ironed out, streamlined, and everything. I love that they take the original games and make them widescreen. Nintendo, if you're listening, you're the little Nintendo ninjas. You should really do this with your classic Mario games because Super Mario Maker 2 has that. It has the various original Mario like modes and everything, but it of course is widescreen. This is the original set of Sonic games, so I would love to see them do that for Mario. But my only glaring issue that I have with this is the fact that, of course, the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 doesn't have the original music for what is it, acts 4 through 6 or
Hmm.
zones 4 through 6 because of all the Schmeichel Schmaction rights and everything. You know, I don't know if you can say that particular artist without getting demonetized. So that's why I'd say Schmeichel Schmackson. If you know, you know. But yeah, since he had involvement with the creation of the music of Sonic 3, that's why they couldn't get the rights, and thus the original creator for the Sonic games ended up making original music for Sonic Origins. Although I think the music that was in there was for one of the releases or re-releases that was on the PC. I don't know, but you're going to be for a good time with Sonic Origins. So what else are you going to be playing in the future?
I forgot to mention another current game that I'm playing is the Tomb Raider 3 for the Remastered, and I almost finished with it. Moving on, I plan on playing the Tomb Raider Legends that recently came out for this PlayStation, so that's another good classic that I'm looking forward to. For the PS5, I'm going to be playing, I know I said this before in the last video, I think, but the Plague's Tale Innocence.
And the PS5 version, of course, because you played the PS4 one.
Yes. This one I'm looking forward to and been wanting to. Another one I've been thinking of is Stray. It's been, I think, a good couple of years since I played. Really looking forward to playing this. I've been in the mood. It's funny because I'm picking games that I'm replaying, so some of them are not really new. And for my last choice, I'm thinking of playing the first Uncharted game. So I thought about getting back into it. I think also because I'm in the Tomb Raider mood, and I thought moving on to the male version of Lara Croft. And I think it's been a good 7 years since I played the first one, so it'd be really cool to get back into the series again.
Yeah, because when I got into Uncharted 1 through 3, the collection there, I remember seeing your saves, and it said something like 2017, so it was kind of funny to see that.
Yeah.
Definitely really good games. It is interesting. You aren't planning on playing anything new. You're going back to the basics, but you've been doing a good job of playing new games up to this point.
Yeah, I'm looking at my collection. I see some new games, but nope, I'm just going back to the ones I'm playing or that I played before. So
No, it's okay, and sometimes it's nice to have like that particular comfort food experience. So I wanted to focus on you, Jamie Owls, because mine is going to be super basic, super duper basic. A game that I'm playing currently right now is Hi-Fi Rush. I just downloaded that on one of the many PlayStation sales, so I'm kind of playing through that on the PS5. Sort of decided to put Tunic off to the side, just kind of haven't had the motivation to jump into that. And honestly, I'm not doing a lot of Hi-Fi Rush right now because almost all of my time has been dedicated to this series right here, the Trails or Kiseki series. And currently, I am playing on Mr. Steam Deck here, Trails in the Sky second chapter. Boy, that would have been really embarrassing if I held it up and I dropped it or something.
and it breaks.
Oh my gosh. So I just finished Trails in the Sky first chapter. This is the first game really sort of kind of in the Trails series, not really part of the Legend of Heroes. I think Legend of Heroes kind of went back like in the 90s or even 80s, if I'm remembering my video game knowledge right. But Trails in the Sky was really the start of it. It stars a female protagonist named Estelle, as well as her male companion and brother, Joshua, where they're going out as guild members, which are kind of like apolitical helpers for the nation of Liberl. So really interesting game, and of course, it just starts in this particular series, and I'm playing this trilogy on the Steam Deck. The first game was about 40 hours. I am, let's see, it says playtime, 25.2 hours into the second chapter. So I'm probably right almost at the halfway point of the trilogy. And there's 10 games total, although nope, now 11, because the 11th just released this past weekend. That's Trails Through Daybreak, and they just announced the English version of Trails Through Daybreak 2. There's a lot going on with this. That being said, I held up this game because this is Trails from Zero. I decided when we went to too many games the past weekend, I didn't want to bring my Steam Deck, so instead decided to bring Mr. Switch with, and I ended up bringing this, although this copy, all of my Trails games on the Switch are unopened, because I'm crazy and I don't want to open them. I downloaded copies of all of the Trails games that came out for the Switch, so I'm playing this. I've got Trails 2 Azure up next, because this is the next in what they call the Crossbell arc. And these technically are like games 4 and 5. The Trails in the Sky are games 1 through 3. Trails in general is a really great turn-based RPG series. It's like the Final Fantasy X battle system on like a layered battlefield, something akin to Final Fantasy Tactics, but a lot more approachable. And it has a orbment system that's very similar to something like Final Fantasy VII's Materia. So it's like the best of all the worlds of Final Fantasy, and the stories themselves are really great. Excellent characters. There was a moment in Trails in the Sky, second chapter, where two of the female characters were talking, Estelle, and another one, Chloe, and it was a thing where they were talking about Joshua, and yeah, they failed the Bechdel test, where okay, they're talking about a guy or whatever, but there was just something very real and heartening with that particular dialogue that, in my mind, it moved the gameplay and just the game in general series like up an echelon, as it were. It was something where like, okay, it's a really good trilogy, really good game, and in my mind it moved it from good to great. So there's been rumors that Falcom's talking about like remastering this or remaking it, the trilogy. So I mean, I hope that's going to be the case, because that particular scene, among many others, I'd love to see in HD, something like how Trails of Cold Steel was, because I've actually played Cold Steel 1 and 2. Those are my first Trails games. So I am deep in the trail of Legend of Heroes. That's literally the game that I'm playing and that I'm going to play. That's not going to be the case, though, the future, because we had a Nintendo Direct last month in June. A great number of games were announced. Probably in September, I'm going to sideline everything for when the new Legend of Zelda game comes out, starring Zelda as the titular playable character. Sorry, guys, it's not Legend of Link. It always has been Legend of Zelda. So really excited for that. And then in October, we've got, within the not Trail series, but by Nihon Falcom, Ys 10, which, as you know, I'm a huge idiot for the Ys series. So the English translated version of that coming. Everything's getting sidelined, put aside for that. And then, shoot, in November, we've got Mario and Luigi Brothership and the Dragon Quest HD 2D 3 remake coming out. So like that's gonna be like my attention. So that's why like these games had been on my backlog for so long. That's why I'm really like emphasizing them. You know, like I want to make sure that I put all the time and energy while I can, because Nintendo, man, they're it's gonna be banger after banger.
I think it's a good thing that we're adults, because we're not waiting for Christmas for those. We'll just get them when they come out.
No, not at all. One of the things that one of our friends, Emily from Orbalology, she released a video recently talking about when video game consoles are nearing its end, a lot of times the physical copies of said generation often end up being the rarest. So it's a thing where, like you said, we're not waiting for Christmas. We're going to be picking these up. Most likely, I'm going to be cracking open all of those boxes and everything like that. So we're super excited. It's really a great it's the year of the backlog, but we got a lot of really great games coming out and coming forward. So, Jamie Owls, your general motif is comfort food games, replaying the games you played. Mine, simply, Trails. That's it. That's for our games. But let us know in the comments section the games that you are playing, because we would love to start a conversation with you, and let us know what you think about the games Jamie Owls talked about. Let me know what you think about Trails or the Kaseki series. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Any other parting shots, last words, last thoughts?
I want to play more Tomb Raider.
Okay. Well, we got to let you guys go, because Jamie Owls has to play more Tomb Raider. So thanks so much, and have a great day.